What about the other typical domestic animal, a cat? What do y'all think about cats on your properties?
Or on your countertop. What is that behind you?
Probably a cat or two or three.
That's hygienic.
That is the cat countertop, rest assured.
Oh, well, okay. As long as you're not chopping vegetables on it.
No, sir.
I was raised a dog person, and we don't have cats, and I like the idea of cats, but not in practicality. I can't stand cats. It all stems from when we had little kids and dogs in the house. Dogs are so useful. So when kids drop food on the floor, hey, look, and the dog cleaned the floor up. Matter of fact, food doesn't hit the floor. With the cats could care less if food falls on the floor. You tell them to do something, they sort of look at you like they're gonna eat your face off later on, but they don't. So I like the idea of cats because it would certainly cut down on the mouse population there in the barn where we keep our grain. But as of yet, cats don't seem to be an option for us.
Yeah, I'm not a cat lover either, but I do think they are useful on the homestead, and I'm glad we have cats. I'm just not glad we have as many cats as we have because they mass produce.
We don't know.
I would say over
How
two
many we
or
have now?
three. Over two or three is two or three is enough for me. We have over 20 cats right now
We
on our
have that
property.
many right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've got a
Yeah.
bunch.
You know, the
We have-
very
Most of them
fact
are
that you
kittens.
don't know how many points to the fact that it may be too many. If you can't adequately
Yes,
describe
you're
it.
right.
Definitely too many.
Do you
Yeah.
feed
You're
all
right.
20-ish?
Well,
Uh,
a little bit.
a little bit. They fend for themselves. They get a little goat milk,
And they
and
get leftovers
they
and
get-
dog food.
in fact, they get birds. One of them had a bird on the back deck the other day. We have no mice.
Yeah,
Zero
no
mice.
No mice.
Oh, well, I was going to ask how the
Um,
mice population is. I guess it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
don't
it's
have any
good.
mice.
My daughter will be bringing kittens to Walmart Saturday to give away. Bobtail kittens. So
Yeah, they're bobtails. So
So-
Brookhaven Walmart Saturday will make you a deal. Really, you can't beat the price. Zero.
That's right. Get two or three or as many as you can carry home.
You know,
Yeah.
you were comparing cats and dogs a minute ago. I like our cats. I'm a dog guy. There's no question. But our cats are friendly for the most part. I like them. But and they pretend to like me. That's the thing with cats. Somebody said years ago, and I've used it 100 times. Dogs have masters. Cats have servants.
No, we've talked about it before. I think that if I could be convinced that the cat was going to be in the barn, outside, and be maintenance free, and I wouldn't have to necessarily care about it or see it or feed it, just have it be out there and do its thing, I'd be okay with having a cat. I have heard a lot of stories of homesteaders who say that you can't go wrong. You can't have a barn unless you have cats in the barn to keep the rodents at bay. So that's one. It's on my list. It's not very high on my list though.
Well, I'm not sure what to tell you how to start. If you just get a kitten and raise it in the barn, and forbid the children from interacting with it.
yeah.
We've got most of our cats live on our back deck. That's their primary base of operations. However, it's interesting. We have one mama cat. She's a yellow cat, and she's very friendly. She's not wild at all. But when it's time for her to have babies, she's had babies twice. And both times she goes way out. She goes out in the woods or she finds a wood pile somewhere, and she has those kittens out there, and she keeps them out there. And so her kittens are wild as a buck, and they don't come up on the deck hardly at all.
Well, they'll sneak up at night to eat the food, but that's the kind of cat I like, the kind that stays away, that don't try and get in your lap or rub on you and all that. But I've had one pet cat since we've lived here, and my kids were just shocked. They saw me outside with it in my lap, petting it, and they were all standing at the window, couldn't believe Mama was touching a cat.
You're being
One of the
you're
things
being video bombed.
Yes, one of the issues that we have with any domestic animal that we try to have being a working animal is we thought about getting the livestock protection dogs or have the cat in the barn, is that we have the indoor dogs, indoor outdoor. We have a doggy door, and animals that we get that we had this great intention of we're going to leave it outside. Quickly learn, hey, I can follow the other animals and go lay on the couch at night instead of laying outside. We've even actually had the cow come inside. And the sheep tried to come inside last week. Because the doggy door is the great, equalizer amongst the animal kingdom. Hey, those dogs get to go in there. We're going to follow them in. The cow in the laundry room was was an interesting experience. It wasn't the doggy door, but still, that's my fear with any other animal that we get, is that they're not going to do the job I want them to do, because I'll find them in the morning on the couch asleep at the doggy door. I guess you get rid of the doggy door.
Yeah, they'd be there. And I've told you this before, Pepper, but it bears repeating. If that cow ever gets in that utility room again and you do not film it, I'll never speak to you again.
Well, we have it on still film. That was the reason that the cow came in. Hey, look, the cow's on the back deck. And so the wife runs and grabs the camera, leaving the door open. And by the time she got back to the cow had wandered into the laundry room and was drinking out of the dog bowl. We all thought it was funny until I realized there's not enough room in the laundry room for the cow to turn around. So if she comes in, I'm going to have to walk her all the way through the living room, kitchen, dining room to turn her around to get her back out. And that's just more nature than I need inside my house at this point. Or my wife, for that matter. That may be grounds for sleeping on the couch for a while.
Hey guys, sorry I walked away on you there for a minute. I missed most of the cat conversation. I tried to catch what I could. In case it wasn't mentioned, I'll tell you one of the benefits that we get from having cats, other than a happy wife, which is probably the reason we have cats. But anyway, is the insect control. I mean, we've got a big flock of ducks, but the cats will literally fight to get out the door at night so that they can go insect hunting, and they'll just chase down all the extra grasshoppers and whatnot. And we have still got ample supplies of insects to do the natural ecological thing that we need insects to do, but they help keep down the control there. So I think there's a benefit for having a cat or two around for that as well.